Hey Mitchell, stoked you're going to be getting some snow. We're going to break down your back one and see what you can do to improve this for your upcoming season. So let's go and watch it full pace. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down what you're doing wrong, and then I'm going to give you some training tools you can use to go and correct those things. So we're going to start first place. We start with every trick when we're trying to figure out what's going on, and that's the takeoff. So you're coming in, and I notice you're not really using much of a setup carve. We can't see too much from here, but it seems like you're going and switching to flat base a little bit too soon. See how your weight is really set, boom, over like your back here? This is telling me that you're going and you're sort of like squatted down, not really strong stack position. You really want to be fully tall coming off the takeoff, because that's going to let you go and ride off the tail of your snowboard. So then you're going and you're extending, but notice how you're going and needing like a really big extension motion. This is making the timing really tricky. So that combined with two things here, the timing and then your head positioning. So watch here. See how your eyes are looking forward, but as soon as you start the snap, you're looking away from the front. And that's having you leave off the jump completely blind, looking back towards the takeoff as your board's leaving. So this is having your head's already rotated 180. Your head's in the finished position, but you still have all this air time to travel. So that's where a lot of your problems are coming from, and that's just rushing the takeoff. So you're coming up, spotting more at the takeoff, and then that head's continuing around. This is because you don't have a concrete spot point. So because you're going and moving your head's spot to the takeoff, it's making it so you don't actually have anything to see, anything to track as you're traveling past it, and that's why you're coming up and looking around the shoulder. What's bringing the mistake of landing looking forward. When you land looking forward on a blind rotation, like back ones or front freeze, it's going to make it so your momentum continues washing you to your heels. That's why it's really important to be watching straight up behind you and spotting back there, because it's going to give your upper body time to disperse that momentum. So that's why you're going and you're slipping out like this. That's going to happen every time you land looking forward if you didn't fully kill your momentum. It's going to be really hard to do without the proper spot. So I'm going to now show you what you need to do to get these back ones to the next level. First things first, you need to delay your head motion. See how your head's turning away before you're even off the takeoff? You actually, for a back one, you want to be having your spot, what we call the knuckle. So the knuckle of the jump for the side hit, we're going to say it's around here. Maybe we'll go around here because that's closer to where you land. So your eyes should be actually locked on this point, and your vision should only shift past it as you go and travel past it. So that would make it so your head would stay straighter off the takeoff, making it so you get more time making edge contact with the board and not losing that sight. Because now you're leaving and your head's back here, you don't have anything to look at because you're looking straight down, though your momentum's carrying you forward. So watch this. You're going and drifting. See how your board's landing at that knuckle part, but your head and body's twisted forward. I'm going to just make myself big and show you a few ways you can practice getting this motion locked down. So right now, you're going, you're popping, and you're taking off like this. What's making you blind? Facing forward. So then you need to try to look around your shoulder. What's making you come in heel heavy, over-rotated, tail heavy, and then that's what's causing you to slide out. So what I want you to do instead is keep your eyes straight, locked off. So when you pop up, let your upper body rotate, but when you're doing that, your head stays forward. So then when you're traveling, you're rotating through like this. So that makes it so you'll be landing looking uphill. What's really important is we're not trying to go and jump that 180, head uphill back at the takeoff and holding that the whole way, because that's going to make us blind and not know what's going on. Instead, you need to make sure you're locked at the knuckle of the jump. If there's no knuckle, you need to paint an imaginary one in your head. So boom, there's the knuckle. I'm going to keep my eyes on it, track it the whole way. I'll demonstrate that one more time. Tracking that point at the knuckle, popping up, keeping my eyes on it. And that's going to give you more control, and it's going to put you in a more stacked position. So to recap, do a better setup carve going from your heels to your toes, staying straight. You don't need much bend and pop for this. But when you're going off a takeoff, head straight as your shoulders start to close, popping up, keeping your eyes locked down at that point. So you boop, 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 boop. And then when your eyes are at this point, it's going to make it so your head's in position, so you could actually finish rotation of counter rotation if you need, So you don't need to worry about snapping too hard. So keep your eyes on that point, rotate through it, lock your eyes on it, land, keeping your head on it, digging your toe edge, then look up and ride away. You can practice this just on snow going down the slopes. It doesn't need to be off a jump because it's this spot trick and this patience off the takeoff that's going to make the back ones feel so much more in control and give you way more style to play with. So you have a lot of fundamentals going, but you need to go and make these slight principle changes in order to get this trick to where you want it to be. So work on that and let me know when you need any more help. Just submit another video to Video Analysis and we will sort you out.